Jimmy Butler isn't just a basketball player.
Such a unique, world-class, elite competitor.
He's a mentality, a culture. The kind of guy who completely transforms a franchise the moment he walks through the door. And if anyone needs a reminder, just look at what's happening in Golden State. Since pulling off the blockbuster trade to bring in Butler, the Warriors have looked like a completely different team. Steve Kerr himself said this move was essential, and the results back it up. Golden State has won 5 of their last 6 games, and their latest victory, a dominant 126-102 beatdown of the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, Steph Curry did what Steph Curry does, dropping 30 points with ease. But Butler, he's been the difference maker. 18 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, solid numbers, sure. But his impact goes way beyond the box score. The defense, the hustle, the leadership, every little thing he does leads to winning. But what's truly remarkable is just how quickly Butler has transformed this squad. Steve Kerr put it bluntly after their win against Dallas. "You can tell our fans see the difference," Kerr said. "They feel the momentum just like we do." It was an important shift, the trade itself. I think I mentioned this after the Sacramento game. We needed the Butler trade. We felt it. We were kind of treading water. We couldn't get any traction. Sometimes you gotta shake things up. Before Butler's arrival, the Warriors were struggling. They lacked direction, energy, and most importantly, victories. But now, they've injected life back into their season and are re-establishing themselves as legitimate threats in the playoff race. And let's talk about Butler's numbers, because they don't lie. In 6 games with the Warriors, he's averaging 20.4 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 5.6 assists. But his influence goes way beyond stats. It's his leadership, his defensive tenacity, and that relentless will to win that's changing everything for Golden State. The Warriors' 6-1 record since Butler's arrival is no coincidence. Their latest win over the Charlotte Hornets at Chase Center was yet another reminder of why this trade was a game-changer.
Make the right pass. Raymond, got Jimmy Butler. Look at him work together.
After the game, Butler spoke with the media and made one thing clear. "I know the caliber of player I am. It's never about anything but winning with me, and it's never about anything but winning with the guys in this locker room." In his recent game against Charlotte, might not scream superstar, only 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. But if you think Butler's impact is measured by scoring alone, you don't understand what makes him one of the most valuable players in the NBA. Having fun so far? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Even when his shot isn't falling, Butler affects winning in ways that don't always show up in the stat sheet. His defense, leadership, and ability to make the right play at the right time. That's why he's irreplaceable, and Steve Kerr knows it. In fact, he's already seeing Butler's influence on young Jonathan Kuminga, one of the Warriors' most promising talents. Kerr believes that learning from Butler could unlock Kuminga's full potential, turning him into a smarter, more complete player.
He's been playing well late, couldn't get it. Butler with a dunk.
"I think Jimmy's the perfect guy for JK to emulate," Kerr said. And he's right. Kuminga has all the tools: athleticism, skill, scoring ability. But Butler brings the IQ, discipline, and mindset that turns raw talent into greatness. Kerr put it best. "What makes Jimmy special is that he doesn't try to be special. He plays fundamental basketball. He never forces the issue, never turns it over, just makes the right play over and over again." And if Kuminga absorbs even a fraction of that, Golden State's future looks terrifying. Speaking of Kuminga, his return is right around the corner. The last time he suited up was January 4th against the Grizzlies, but after a long recovery from a sprained ankle, he's finally back in 5-on-5 action. Butler? He couldn't be more excited.
Mostly because of this addition, Jimmy Butler, look at the points, the efficiency.
When asked about Kuminga's comeback, Jimmy kept it simple. Hella athletic, can shoot it, can score in a multitude of ways, can definitely guard. And that's coming from a guy who knows what it takes to dominate on both ends. Jimmy's also making it clear that he's ready to make Kuminga's return as smooth as possible. "I think it's going to be easy," Butler said. "I think he's going to come back and do what he's been doing. My job is to make it even easier on him. So come on back and help us get some dubs." The Warriors are now looking forward to maintaining their winning streak and building on this newfound energy as they progress through the season.
So Jimmy Butler comes to the Warriors, and they go 4-1 immediately. They haven't won 3 games.
The Warriors' strategic decision to bring in Butler appears to be paying off both on and off the court. With his contributions and Curry's leadership, Golden State is poised for continued success in their upcoming matches. When the Warriors pulled the trigger on a trade for Jimmy Butler, a lot of people had doubts. Would he fit the system? Would his personality clash with the team? But those concerns? Completely out the window now. Because here's the truth. Jimmy Butler isn't just fitting in with the Warriors. He's elevating them. Think of him as the Andre Iguodala 2.0, but on steroids. Iggy was a crucial part of the Warriors' early dynasty runs. Lockdown defense, high IQ playmaking, and that veteran presence that kept everything steady. Andrew Wiggins tried to step into that role, and while he brought some of Iggy's defensive versatility, he never quite had the same playmaking instincts or ability to dictate the game in high-pressure moments. But Jimmy, he brings everything Iggy did, and then some. He's a defensive nightmare, a top-tier playmaker, and most importantly, a guy who lives for the biggest moments. And the numbers? They back it up. Since the trade, the Warriors have been dominant with Butler on the floor, outscoring opponents by 14.3 points per 100 possessions. The moment he sits, that number swings the opposite direction, and the Warriors actually get outscored. That's not just impact, that's game-changing. And what makes this even crazier? He's doing all this without an adjustment period. No growing pains, no chemistry issues, just instant impact. If this situation feels familiar, that's because we've seen this story before. Back in 2022, the Warriors weren't seen as favorites. They were 48-29, coming off a 4-game losing streak, and Klay Thompson was still finding his rhythm after injury. Doubters were everywhere. But once the playoffs hit, they flipped a switch. Fast forward to today, and the Warriors are in a very similar spot. But this time, there's a key difference: Jimmy Butler. With Steph still playing at an elite level, Butler bringing that relentless two-way mentality, and Draymond anchoring the defense, Golden State has the perfect formula for another deep playoff run. The addition of Jimmy Butler has completely transformed the Golden State Warriors. His leadership, defensive tenacity, and relentless will to win have reignited a team that was struggling to find its identity. The Warriors now have a renewed sense of purpose, and their 6-1 record since Butler's arrival is no coincidence. Whether it's making game-winning plays, mentoring young talents like Jonathan Kuminga, or simply setting the tone every night, Butler's presence is undeniable. And with Steph Curry still playing at an elite level, this team looks more dangerous than ever heading into the playoffs. Can Butler help the Warriors make another championship run? Drop a comment below. And for more in-depth NBA content, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown. Thanks for watching. Until next time.